Greetings out there in YouTube land. This is Morris, man, and as always, I thank you guys for coming to my channel. So just got a text from old school funk Larry, sending a shout out to Larry, stating that the legendary drummer for James Brown, at least one of them, because there actually were two, Clyde Stubblefield, passed away at the age of 73, I believe, or 72. And for those who don't know who Clyde Stubblefield is, I think more of the young guys now know who he is up more than the older guys, because back in the heyday with the James Brown thing, it was just James Brown and the JBs, and they didn't have any specific names outside of the band. It's just James Brown and these other group of guys. But Clyde Stubblefield played on the historical recording Funky Drummer, and it's the most sampled drum beat in the history of rap, and hip hop. And what's interesting and kind of sad is Clyde Stubblefield didn't get a dime from all these people stealing his groove on their records. Because what's interesting about the copyright thing is, and I try to make this short because this video is not about this, but when things come along this they never anticipated, as far as when they set up a law for this, then something else comes around and kind of affects that law, and it's like, well, how are we gonna handle this? And it's the same thing with sampling. For a long period of time, when the rappers were stealing and literally stealing, these bits, they were not paying the people that actually did it. But now, over the course of 10 years, they've kind of closed that hole up where people the loophole, as they say, sneaking through. So it's just unfortunate that Clyde Stubblefield didn't get his financial due. But he did get his musical due. And another person that passed away, and one of my subscribers just mentioned it to me. I think he passed away a couple of days ago. Walter Morrison, and most of us know him as Junie Morrison, who played with the Ohio Players and later became the musical director for P-Funk. I think he was 62 when he passed away. So, the greats are leaving. And what makes it, really kind of sad is they're not being replaced with other greats. Because here's an interesting correlation. When you're a younger person or just a person and you live in an apartment complex, and the apartment complex is nice and the neighborhood is okay, and the people in the building are kind of like at your level. If you're a working class person, you getting up going to work, the people across the hall getting up going to work too, and the people downstairs getting up going to work. And then when these people start to leave the facility or the building, they're replaced with people that ain't going to work, or just people that aren't as productive and on the same level as these other people. And it's not an issue of they thinking they better than them or whatever. It's just that you want to live around people that are like you, And it's interesting because when I make that statement, I'm making it for people to kind of just, easygoing people, hardworking people, but people that are, I guess, disruptive, they like people around them like that. If you're quiet and they're not, there's just difference, because I remember when I was younger, I was in the process of leaving this apartment building. Then the people that were coming in, the lady asked me, she says, "This a quiet building?" And when she said that, I knew it was time for me to go, because she didn't mean that in a good way. She meant that I'm noisy and I want to be around people that are noisy so they won't be complaining. So it's just interesting as far as how we all want to be around people like ourselves. And that's, again, it's not a statement of thinking that you're better than anybody. But, if you're a quiet, easygoing person, you want to be around quiet, easygoing people. You're partying, loud, troublemaking person, you're around people that's just like you, partying all the time and just don't know when to shut it down. But just want to pay my respects to one of the world greatest drummers, Clyde Stubblefield, and Junie Morrison of Ohio Players. Until next time, take care. Thanks for watching.